This is a story of a fisherman named John, who, like every other day, sets out to sea in his small boat to catch fish. But this day is different. Suddenly, a dense fog spreads all around, and visibility drops to nothing. John loses his way, and while drifting aimlessly, he spots a deserted boat. Driven by curiosity, he ties his boat to it and decides to go inside. The moment he steps aboard, he is stunned. There is no one there. No people, no sound, only an eerie silence. He tries to start the boat, but the engine doesn't work. Seeing a lone, empty vessel in the vast ocean leaves John deeply unsettled. He scans the surroundings with binoculars, hoping someone might be nearby. But the thick fog hides everything. Disheartened, he returns to the control room and switches on the radio to call for help. John sends out a message. "This boat is stranded at sea. If anyone can hear me, please respond." After sending the message, he decides to return to his own small boat. But when he steps outside, it is gone, despite being securely tied. His confusion deepens when he notices that the fog has suddenly cleared and the sky is completely open. It is now afternoon. Unable to understand what is happening and seeing no other way back, he returns to the empty ship and begins navigating with the help of a map. John tries to figure out where he is and how he can return home. The problem is that the mysterious ship's engine is damaged. If he wants to survive, he must fix it at any cost. He searches the entire ship for a toolbox and, after intense effort, manages to repair the engine. It is a huge relief. The boat is now running, and he slowly begins to understand its direction. But the danger is far from over. John tries contacting help through the radio again, but there is still no response. Everything remains shrouded in mystery. Later, he goes upstairs and suddenly feels a need to use the toilet. Since no one is around, he considers relieving himself over the side. As he approaches the edge, someone suddenly pushes him from behind. He falls straight into the water. The situation becomes extremely dangerous, but he manages to grab the ship's railing and saves himself from drowning. The pressure of the wind and water makes it very difficult to climb back, but he gathers his courage and slowly pulls himself back onto the boat using a reel. Since he couldn't finish what he went for, he heads to the toilet again. As soon as he enters, the door slams shut violently. At first, John assumes it's just the wind, but when he tries to get out, he realizes the door is locked from the outside. Panic sets in. He tries everything, even using a coin to force the lock, but nothing works. Now, he begins to feel he is not alone on this ship. Something unseen is tormenting him, always present, yet invisible. He shouts loudly, "Whoever you are, please open the door. I'm not a thief. I only came to look." There is no reply. He realizes no help is coming. He moves toward the cabin, and what he sees inside makes his soul tremble. Bloodstains. The atmosphere is terrifying, but he suppresses his fear, grabs a pair of scissors, and tries again to open the door. The lock still won't budge. Suddenly, the entire ship begins to shake violently, as if something catastrophic is about to happen. Terrified, John notices a window above him. Somehow, he climbs out through it and looks around. In the distance, a massive cargo ship is approaching directly toward him. He understands immediately. If it collides with his boat, everything will be over. Desperate to survive, he tries to signal for help, but has nothing. He quickly removes his shirt and waves it frantically, hoping someone on the cargo ship will notice him. But despite all his effort, no one sees him. If his boat keeps moving forward, it will crash. Then he spots a rope hanging near the window. An idea strikes him. Maybe he can use it to stop the boat. He quickly ties the rope and throws it out, hoping to slow the vessel. Instead, things get worse. The rope gets tangled in the engine propeller, is pulled violently inside the bathroom, and wraps around his neck. He starts choking. At the brink of death, he shows incredible courage and frees himself using a tool. His neck turns red. He was moments away from dying. Somehow he survives. The rope jams the engine, stopping the boat, but it isn't enough. The cargo ship still collides with it. The violent impact shakes the ship badly. John falls, hits his head, and loses consciousness. When he wakes up, he finds the bathroom flooded. not with salty seawater, but with clean, fresh water. It feels as if someone is deliberately trying to terrify him. He begs the unseen force again to let him go, but there is no response. Now starving, thirsty, and extremely weak, he drinks water from the shower, but soon it runs out. When he drinks from the sink, he is shocked. The water has turned salty. He realizes the ship has developed a leak and seawater is flooding in. The ship won't last much longer. He panics and tries to open the door, but it seems locked from the outside. Night has fallen, and it feels as if some invisible evil force is controlling the ship. As water rises rapidly, John collapses from exhaustion and falls asleep. A terrifying storm hits during the night, smashing the ship and severely injuring John. By morning, the water has risen to his neck. Only his face remains above the surface. He believes he has only moments left. Suddenly, he hears a faint clicking sound, as if something is unlocked. When he turns a handle, the door bursts open under the pressure of the water, allowing him to escape. He climbs onto the roof of the ship to breathe fresh air, as oxygen below has nearly run out. Now he is certain some invisible force is determined to torment him. Completely broken physically and mentally, he knows the ship could sink at any moment. He decides he will not stay on the ship any longer. An idea comes to him. Using airbags from the ship and the broken bathroom door, he builds a small raft. He secures everything carefully, gathers food, water, and tools, and prepares himself. Without looking back, he leaves the ship and slowly drifts away on the raft. Hours pass. He doesn't get far, and the ship he thought would sink in minutes remains afloat. Confused, he decides to return and fix the leak. He repairs it, builds a pump to drain the water, and fixes other problems as well. But when he tries the radio again, there is still no response. When he starts the engine, the ship doesn't move at all, as if rooted to the water. Exhausted and hopeless, he spots another ship in the distance. He jumps onto the raft and rows toward it, but suddenly that ship begins charging toward him, faster and faster. At the last moment, John jumps into the water, tries to swim to another boat moving away. But when he reaches the spot, the boat has vanished. He finally realizes this ship is controlled by an evil force that will not let him leave. Freezing cold forces him back onto the ship. Completely drained, he falls asleep. When he wakes and tries to escape again, he finds the door locked. Slowly, his mind begins to break. Then he notices a small cabin. Inside, he finds a ventilation shaft leading upward. After many falls and injuries, he finally reaches it. Just as oxygen runs out, he hears the clicking sound again. The vent opens and he escapes. Outside, the ship is heading toward a small island. Hope fills his heart. When the ship reaches shore, he jumps off and searches angrily, believing someone must be responsible. But the island is empty, no signs of life at all. As he walks around, he suddenly freezes. He has returned to the exact place where his journey began. His old boat is tied there. The same people. Everything unchanged, as if nothing ever happened. John stands there, stunned, unable to believe whether it was all real or nothing more than a terrifying nightmare.